Hello and welcome, FOREX traders. Welcome to my live trading room. This is where I day trade, and I'm currently not swing trading right now just because of the fact that I'm doing a challenge right now for CTI to become a prop trader for their firm, and so I'm using my micro account that I have as my trade copier to trade onto their account, and I don't want to use up too much of my lot size, and also we're sitting through a long-term drawdown right now. So it's just day trading right now. But anyways, if you did want to use that same trade copier to copy my trades, the same trades I'm placing every day here on YouTube, you can do so here via the link below, and just click on the Manage tab, and you will be redirected on over to the page where you can see where you can sign up right over here, and you have the full account tutorial along with a couple of suggested brokers. Make sure that if you do use your own broker, you do your own diligence, and here's a couple of easy broker requirements I have for the trade copier. And the system that I'm using right now is the day trading. This is the stats. This is what I take on my micro account, and I copy all the other trade accounts copy off of this one. So if you have an account that has $20,000 or $30,000 in it, basically it's just going to read how much money you have, and it's going to allocate the funds according to the size that you have. And anyways, these are my stats. I've been doing it ever since I've been trading here live with you folks. I don't take a single trade without recording it and posting it here for you folks to view. So if you do end up signing up for the trade copier and you see me making trades on it, you can come on and watch the videos and see the reasons why I took the trades. But this is where we're at right now. A little bit of a drawdown at the moment, but we're floating. Our floating right now if we were to close out, we would be right back up in here again. So it'd just wipe out all the drawdown. But all this right here is all this right here. So anyways, it only takes a couple trades, a trade or two, to wipe out a drawdown when you're using the proper risk reward management. Okay, so if you're interested in how I trade, let's go. Welcome to episode number 57. 57 already. Wow, I feel like I just started this series on YouTube. But anyways, today is the 21st of January 2021. It's 10 minutes past the New York close. I just posted my last video. And I have a couple of working orders right now. And let's go ahead and see that here. I have an order that I purchased right here. And another one that I purchased right here. And my trade target, you can't see it, but it's right up in here. That's for the pound yen. For the pound dollar, I have a working order that I purchased right here. And I have a take profit right up here that you can't see. Okay. The Aussie yen, yeah, I missed. Well, you know, it never gave me my entry that I wanted here. And the spread, when we closed at the New York, the spread was way up here, and it just wasn't enough risk to reward for me. So unfortunately, it looks nice on the charts, but it just didn't happen. The one I am kind of a little bit upset about here is that I missed this one right here, and I feel like I should have gotten that. Maybe I should have front runned it when it was back in here. I'm working on those front runs. It's not easy because when price is here, this pivot right here is actually down here. So it's hard to see where this pivot's going to be because it's fluctuating until price closes at the New York session. So I'm working on getting a good front run because I don't want price to just keep tanking down below, and then this pivot's going to end up being way down here once it finally closes. So it's kind of tough to hit a moving target like that when it comes to Forex. Moving on over to the CAD. This one right in here looks nice on paper, but the spread was way up here when price closed, so not enough risk reward for me. I did have a pending order right here, and I was just waiting for price to come down, stab into it, and to continue on. Same thing with these guys here. I had working orders. Euro yen has been trolling me. Both the Euro yen and the Euro USD has been trolling me. I had a pending order in here, and I was looking for price to do one of these right here, and we dropped quite a bit below and stopped me out. And then once we broke above here, I had a pending order here. Price never came down to it, and I don't trade Fridays. No new orders on Fridays. The Euro USD is the one that really bothered me. I had the pending order here, and I was looking for it to come back up and continue on. And we had the inauguration, so it was a lot of a lot of volatility in the market. That's my excuse. And so price came down, stopped me out, and just a lower box, just by a little bit, or else I would have taken this shot right here. And as you can see, it's so far it's worked out. So yeah, the things that bother me more than taking a stop, I don't mind taking a stop, because it's all part of paying the price, paying the tax or whatever. The thing I dislike the most is missing a good trade, and yeah, it's euro. It's technically this was not a setup because of the lower box. It was close. Could have very easily have been a sideways box. But yeah, anyways, but we're in on those two trades right now. Let's take a look at my prop firm account. That's not my prop firm account. That's Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been sliding, as we talked about before. While we're on Bitcoin here, this is my weekly 21 moving average. Right now it's right here, but what's very appropriate is for price to come down and throw a candle or a wick in here before continuing on. And what's going to happen is this moving average, it's sitting here right now, but it's going to come up and it's just going to skirt that price. And so moving on right there. That's the same thing that happened I had 2 videos ago, so episode number 55, I go into detail about this, and we looked at prior price action for last cycle on Bitcoin. So if you want to take a look at that, some good information there. Okay, take a look at my prop firm account with the CTI. As you can see here, these are my 3 trades right now, and all I have to do is make 6% profit with them. So this is basically what they did. Is they gave me a live account with $5,000 in it, in simple small little account, and all I have to do is hit 6%. And once I do that, without if I drop below 4%, then I fail. So I have to hit 6% before I hit -4, and so that's just their challenge. And if that happens, then I get an account with them as a portfolio manager. So that's I'm using my Trade Copier to trade with this challenge right here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place this on time lapse, and I'll pop in if anything occurs.
With the UK, which is very minimal, with why we're following.
Good morning. It's 10:19 a.m. I've been kind of getting up throughout the night to check on prices and did my time lapse. Nothing really that for me to do. So, but anyways, I woke up again here, 10:19. Really slept in. I'm trying to avoid Fridays as much as possible. as you can see, price just kind of became stale. But we're looking at Bitcoin right now, and it's very interesting to see. This is my M3 right here, and this is where, if I was a bear, I would be selling. Well, I would start to sell, right? So this is where price came up to, right there. So this is their setup, okay? Then this is their central pivot right here to sell. Okay, so this is sell 1, and their take profit is either here or here. A couple of different take profit levels for them. Then their next sell is right here. Okay, and their profit target was right here. Okay, then this right here, sell, says this right here, right there, right on the weekly take profit zone and the daily green take profit zone, and also this is the weekly central pivot, and price came right up to it. So everything's incongruent. You can see it right here. This is their weekly sell, and it came right up to it, broke out of this little wedge right here, broke out of this triangle right here, came right down to it. And also we were talking about this spike coming down, and the 21 is going to eventually move more to the left and skirt these candles. Right now it's right here. It's going to move to right here once it becomes the average of the past 21 candles, which is just these candles right here, and then it's going to skirt along, and it's going to greet the wick of that candle, and you're going to look back. Let me see if I can draw this as gold here. This candle right here is gold. Okay, and this is the body of the candle. Let's just say this is the body of the candle. Okay. And then it goes something like this. What if it goes like this, right? Let me fill that in a little bit better. Okay, and then it goes like this. Okay, so what if it ends up looking like that, right? And you say, well, why didn't I see that? Why didn't I see that price came right down to the 21? It's because it wasn't there at the time, right? You keep seeing it again and again. You're like, man, I keep seeing price coming down to that 21, and I keep missing it. It's because it's not there at the moment, right? It's not there at the moment. It's priced there right now. This is the 21, right? But it's going to end up moving more to the left and skirting price like that. Okay, anyways, that's our moving average lesson of the day. That's why it's hard to use moving averages at the moment. It's always easy to look back at. Let's take a look at Forex. Yeah, we had a big dip, and my stops were way down here. This one came close, way down here. Still made me stop me out. But Friday dips. That's typically what happens. That's why I don't like trading new setups on Fridays. If I have a large buffer, then it helps me to hold on to trades. This is a better buffer right down here. But typically, yet if it's going to continue on, you're going to get the dip, and then the next week it continues. And what happens is it's going to pull up the next week's pivots. So let's take a look here at there's a lot of front running. There's a setup and a front run for the next week. Let's take a look at that here real quick. Swing trade. Whoopsies, what did it just do? Okay. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so this is our dip. This is hourly chart now, right? This is where I bought in. I bought in here, right there, and I also bought right here, right? And this is today's dip, right here. That's once, if it moves up and settles in right in here, this central pivot is going to end up being right here, like that, and it's going to show that we were bouncing on central pivot, and this right here is going to show that we are bouncing on the M2. Right on the M2. That's how that lines up. That's if this continues to hold its ladder up here. And let's take a look at the targets then. So we never got. Look at this. Okay, this is nice. This is nice. This is nice, right up in here. Okay, so this is a double target right here. This is a monthly and a weekly. Monthly and a weekly. That's a beautiful location right there to hit. And this is the M2 right here. So the M2 is telling us somewhere up in here, right? And we hit the central pivot and continued up. So that also tells us right in here, right? So a lot of congruency there. And I just hope that it doesn't wimp out. And you know, but so far it looks like that's where we're going. Hopefully it doesn't wimp out on me. Let's take a look here. Take a look. Okay, so yeah, this one's not as lined up. We got the central pivot right here on the monthly central pivot, and then we were supposed to hit target once we bounced on this. We were supposed to hit target this week, and it didn't happen. So it did kind of whip out on me. I do have higher targets this time coming up if it bounces right here on the central pivot, right here for next week, then maybe we can get somewhere up in here. But yeah, it's not the strongest move. It's, you know, you kind of have these bigger, and then it's getting like a smaller waves, a little bit smaller, getting tighter and tighter. So yeah, it's not the strongest move anymore. I'd be lucky to hit my target. Let's go back to day trading. I think it's a little bit more likely for the pound yen to hit the target than it is for the pound dollar. Pound dollar's getting a little bit more wimpy on its move. All right, 1:54 p.m. So we're about 5 minutes away or 6 minutes away from the close of my main broker, and this is where we're sitting right now. And my other brokers will still be open for another hour. But I don't expect too much more price movement in that last hour. I'm going to go ahead and call it now, and we'll see you in the next video because I still have these open trades, these two on the pound yen and the pound dollar. So stay tuned, stay tuned in to the next video, see where we go with these trades. All right, we'll see you there.